Hey guys, alright, so if you have me on my Trying to Conceive Facebook, you see that I posted a video an update, I guess you can say, just telling you guys that I just had a lot of things on my mind, and I felt like the only way to get them off is just to have a good heart-to-heart talk, I guess you can say, or heart-to-heart vlog entry. I don't know how much it's probably gonna like entwine with the Trying to Conceive and everything. Today I'm cycle day 4, and if you guys watched my Trying to Conceive update video, you guys seen that I have to start Clomid tomorrow, cycle day 5 through 9. So I don't know if it's because the Clomid, that we're starting the Clomid and the HSG and different things that had led us to where we are today, or if it's just because at the beginning of May 5th will be 1 year ago, and also 6 years ago that we found out we're pregnant, and still we are here today, with empty arms. I don't know. The other day I woke up from a nap, and I think I told you guys this in my video, but I woke up from a nap and I just started crying just out of nowhere. I just felt this heaviness in my heart, and I don't know, I just let it out. Afterwards I was okay. Hubby got home and we just relaxed, and I just went on with my week. Yesterday my dad was taken to the emergency room when he was admitted. He has problems with his, he was told he had diverticulitis, and he has problems with, I guess it's like intestines and stuff like that being so swollen. So hopefully tomorrow he's gonna be released from the hospital, and he can go home. But I don't know if it's because of that or it's just because I just feel not stressed, but I just feel so much heartache, being that here we are again this year. And when we found out that we're pregnant last year, we had high hopes. Doctors in the past had told us that, you're just young, the next time it's highly unlikely for you to miscarry, and they gave us a huge success rate for a pregnancy, which, here we are today, and that success rate, we didn't fall under that category. So I don't know if it was because of that or my dad, but I was driving home and I just started crying. Pink song came on the radio, and in the past I have always been like not a Debbie Downer, but I just even now these days I even like feel like I'm a failure sometimes, because the one thing that we've wanted so long we haven't gotten. And I see so many people around us that have it so much easier, that have these oops pregnancies and stuff like that, where here we are trying with all of our heart and it's not happening. Even when we weren't trying, when we weren't charting or temping, and it was in the back of our mind, even when that happened, it didn't happen for us. So I mean, I really don't know what is stirring these emotions. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, I'm being punished for something, where I don't know, it's just hard to explain. Like, if I'm being punished for not doing something, or I don't even know what it is. And my relationship, like I told you guys, with God has gotten so much stronger, but right now at this point I'm at my very low, and I'm just ready to like cry it out. I don't know. So just with so much going on in my mind, I don't know, I never in my life pictured myself at this stage with 3 losses and not being able to move forward. Like, I feel like I'm chained to the one spot in life where I'm not my happiest, where I know that I can be 100% if I were at a different point in my life. And I don't know, sometimes sometimes when, like yesterday, we were talking, my husband and I were talking, and we're talking about how, because our anniversary is coming up of when we got married, so we're talking about how we had our life all planned out for us, and you know, by that time next year we would either be pregnant or already have a baby, and planning so many, you know, family trips and stuff like that. And when it didn't happen, and then the next year it finally happened, but we miscarried, and then we miscarried a couple months after, and then 5 years with nothing, and then we finally got pregnant. I had very high hopes because we put all of our faith in God, and for everything to really like plan out the way we thought that we were in the perfect spot in our life. And the guy would have finally said, okay, it's time. But for some reason, it wasn't meant to be. So, I don't know. I don't know. We've just been talking a lot about it. And, I mean, it's not putting a strain or anything like that in our relationship or anything like that. It's just, it's heartbreaking because I see my husband and I see the love in his eyes that he has for his own child, but he doesn't have a child that we don't have here with us, a child that we've given a name to and we have dreams for, something that I'm terrified for the day that it just doesn't happen for us. I'm terrified that would happen. I've been praying and I've been just asking for some answers, and when we finally got the answers with Dr. C, we were on cloud 9, and we still are. The only thing is here we are now, getting close to when we found out we were pregnant, and it's terrifying to realize that here we go another year, and who knows how many more years, who knows how many more heartaches and how many more tears and everything like that. I don't know, I'd like to say that we have changed so much from when we were younger. When we were younger, we first got married, we were mature, but I guess you can say we're not as mature as we are now. We were at the perfect time of our life then, as we are now. The only thing to make our lives complete and make our dreams complete is to finally get pregnant, finally have a successful pregnancy. And it's very hard with just seeing everybody else pass you by. And I think I've told you guys before where I had, it was around Thanksgiving last year, when I had posted something on Facebook saying that we finally get to have, start our own traditions and have our own Thanksgiving, because we were going to have one at my mom's house the week before Thanksgiving, because my husband and I knew that there was going to be a pregnancy announcement, and we really didn't want to be there for that. And I was so excited to put it on Facebook that I was just so excited for our Thanksgiving and things to finally fall into place. And I had an aunt that would have been our baby's godmother just say some horrible things, saying some very horrible things. And I had a cousin verbally attack me on there. Now to this day, I cannot see her face to face. I don't consider her blood, basically. And I know that there are family members that are watching this, and they will never understand. They will never understand the heartache that someone could ever cause you by saying cruel things, For instance, one thing that was said is that I was bitter, and I am bitter, and that's the reason why I deserve what my miscarriages, and I deserve what has happened to me. Where have I been bitter? Honestly, I've always been there for somebody else whenever they needed it. I've always been happiest for somebody because I knew that somewhere in my heart I felt like I was next, and I was next, and I was next after that pregnancy announcement. Oh, I'm next. So with those things happening and just everything going on in our life, I don't know, it hurts to me to say this, but aside from my parents and my brother-in-laws and a select aunts and uncles, the only other people that really support us and have been there since we've gotten in touch with Dr. C are the people from work. I consider them so much as a family because of the fact that I don't hold anything back, and I tell them everything. I don't care who you are. If you work with me, you're going to know what's going on because of the fact that I want to have that support that I'm not having in my own personal life from certain family members. And in reality, I consider my partners at work as family, more family than others. And it hurts because my blood cannot even be there for me. Every time that I've miscarried, my own blood, my own aunts, some aunts and uncles, and have never been there for us. Now, don't get me wrong, my parents have been there, my brother-in-law has been there, my sisters have been there, but to have your aunts and uncles being excited for you when they found out that you were pregnant, and then when it all ended, disappearing, that was the hardest thing ever. And I should have knew then that I know now that they're not worth it. They weren't worth it. It's not worth trying to gain their love, because that's just one less person that my baby will ever know as family. Because as I feel it, is that the people that really support me deep down, really support me, and have been there for every tear that I've shedded and everything, whoever's been there is more family than someone that is just sitting there slapping me in the face with words, trying to bring me down. I know this is like the most random update, but